What's up everybody, it's Brenton Brown from Forza Tuning and Performance. And what I got here is Performance Development's brand new differential brace. So what we have here on the rack is a TRACKHAWK. Bray has finally developed a differential bracing system that is far superior to anything else on the market for the TRACKHAWK platform. So this is for the rear differential only at this point. So we have it installed. This is actually the first one that we have installed here. So I just want to kind of show it to you, highlight it, and just kind of maybe explain like what the difference between this type of differential brace and the other ones on the market would be. So if you're familiar with his other braces for the Challenger Charger cars, then you're already going to probably be pretty familiar with this brace. It looks very similar. Same type of concept going on. So it's a two-piece design instead of a one-piece. So the first piece is right here. And what this does is this bolts to the back side of the differential case. So the bolts go through the brace into the front half. The case is split down the middle pretty much. And the main job of this piece is to add structural integrity to the differential housing itself. Okay, and it does a phenomenal job at that. The second piece is this piece right here, and it is mounted to the rear subframe of the Jeep. So the one-piece braces, they have a piece that basically it's one piece, and it's same thing. It bolts onto the differential, and then it will bolt onto the subframe. So that's definitely better than not having anything. The two-piece design, what this does is offer a lot more case rigidity. And then what you have here in the middle is you have the same bushing that you have located up here and here. And these are the stock mounts for the back side of the differential. So what he's done is he's added a third bushing. Okay, so you still have the rubber, which gives a little bit of play, just like the stock engineer's design, but you have a third one located down here. And the reason this is important is because the drive shaft comes in about midways through the case. So when you're applying a lot of torque, that torque is traveling obviously down the drive shaft to the pinion gear. It's trying to turn the pinion gear against resistance. So on the independent rear suspension, whether it be a TRACKHAWK or a Hellcat or whatnot, the load is being applied to the differential case, and it's literally trying to twist it and break it off the rear subframe is what it wants to do. So you have these mounts up here to try to hold it into the subframe and support the load. Okay, so the fact that the drive shaft is coming down midway, so let's say the pinion gear is roughly right around in here, and then you have the mounts up top. The stock mounts are trying to hold the differential, and the pinion gear is down lower, so it has a lot more torque to be able to twist the case or break the case or whatnot. So what he's done is he's located a third mount. So now instead of a straight line, now we have a triangulated bracing system. Okay, which is much stronger, just like a flat piece of wood, like a 2x4, versus a 2x4 that's 3 pieces screwed together in a triangle. It's really strong compared to just a flat piece of wood. So that same concept is what he's duplicated right here. So it's installed, fits phenomenal. It's got a rubber isolator right here between this piece and the subframe. You'll want to make sure you include that. He's got detailed instructions, so you just follow the instructions. Pretty easy to install. This has all been torque checked. That's why you see the paint marks on here, so we can see if the bolts have moved. And then the center bolt, just like on his other braces, it's written in the instructions, but just make sure you re-torque this after about 100 miles. Just check it, make sure it's still tight. Other than that, installation's pretty cut and dry. So this is the only brace that we're going to be installing here on every stage 4R package. It comes standard with the kit. We don't offer anything else. And it's stuff like this, we try to use the best possible stuff that we can get. And with vendors like Performance Development, they go above and beyond to develop things that are superior, stronger, and that makes our job way easier. We know we can put stuff on the car and give the most reliable package, and gives us confidence in what we build and what we deliver to the customer. So we want to thank him for developing this. He's working on the front differential now. They're not quite sure how they're going to attack it, but I'm sure he'll come up with something in the near future. When he does, we'll be sure to highlight a video on it or show you all so you know what to buy and what not to buy. So this about wraps it up. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And if the questions are installation related, the instructions that come with it are very straightforward, very detailed, easy to follow. So don't worry about that. Once you get it and you look at them, I'm sure that you'll be able to figure out how to install it just fine. Okay, so it wraps up this. Let's go on to the next thing. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brenton Brown from Forza Tuning and Performance. And what I got behind me is a 2018 TRACKHAWK. It's a really good client of ours. We've done a lot of work on this, and he's wanting to sell it to get into a new project. So we're just gonna put a video out here highlighting kind of what's done to it in case anybody's potentially interested in buying it. So it has around 14,000 miles on it. We got this truck after some other shops had previously done some work on it, and so he brought it to us to have us go through it front to back, check everything over, get a few things working like the nitrous system and everything else. So we did not build the truck from start to finish, but we have gone through the truck and done a lot of final touches on it and thoroughly gone through the truck. It is basically equivalent to our Stage 4R package. The only thing it does not have is drive shafts at this point. But it has front and rear differential braces, suspension upgrade, all our standard Stage 4R stuff. The truck's set up to run on E85, and it does have a nitrous system on it. So I'm going to show it to you in the back. It has a nitrous outlet ProMax controller, which is exactly what we would use. We did do all the plumbing for the nitrous, so we set up for the purge line, and then we plumbed the supercharger case just like we normally do. So the nitrous in the fuel is directly injected on top of each intake valve. So really good nitrous setup. So I'll pop the hood, we'll just kind of get a look underneath the hood real quick. So as far as the paint, the interior, it's in exceptional condition. There's really negligible any imperfections at all on the paint. So like I said, Stage 4R package, we did all our normal supercharger modifications that we always do. We did all the nitrous setup. The purge is right there on the wiper cowl right in the middle. As far as underneath the hood, it does have an upgraded Mishimoto radiator in it. Not something we typically do, but it's a very good upgrade. It does have a twin pump fuel system upgrade, previously done at another shop. Leg maker coulter intake, our standard pulley system that we normally use. It's got long tube headers, full exhaust. I'm going to show you the back of the truck so you can see the nitrous setup, which is pretty cool how they did it. All right, so I'll show you. So we didn't install this portion of it, but the nitrous system, they couldn't get it working properly, so we did do all the wiring and everything, got it functional, and it works. So they did this layout, and what they did, the truck's running on E85. When you look underneath here, what's in here is like E90 race ethanol. So this is actually what gets injected with the nitrous when you're using the nitrous. It's straight E90. It's got a carbon fiber bottle on it, automatic bottle opener, and it's completely hidden in this trunk well right here, so you can't see it at all. It's got a bottle heater system on it. We set it up where it automatically keeps the bottle temperature within 100 PSI range. So it's very low maintenance. You just turn it on, let it heat up, and let it do its thing. So the nitrous pressure gauge is right there on the bottle, so you can turn it on, drive around, and you can monitor your nitrous bottle pressure on the ProMax controller, so you don't need a pillar gauge or anything else. So all the information you need to see is on the ProMax controller. All the nitrous stuff has been dialed in exactly, so you don't need to mess with it, tamper with it. Basically, you just turn it on when you want to use it and turn it off when you don't. So pretty low maintenance as far as that goes, and then you have full functionality at the back of the truck like this, so the nitrous system doesn't impede with anything at all. So that's a really nice feature how they set it up like that. The engine has been built by another shop, so it has forged internals. I don't know the exact specifics on the engine because we did not build it, but the truck makes an incredible amount of power. It drives phenomenal. So really, as far as we see, there's nothing really wrong with the truck at all. We've given it a thorough health check. Actually, the customer basically dropped it off with us and said he didn't want to sell it unless it meet our criteria and approval 100%. So it does. It's a really good truck. We're gonna put the owner's name and phone number in the description, and then obviously you all know how to get a hold of us. So I think if you're interested in this truck, the best thing to do would be, if it's talking about price, I would deal directly with the owner on that. We're not really middleman in the deal. The only thing that we're here for is to kind of answer the mechanical aspects of the truck. So if you have anything that you want to know as far as build specifics or what we think about the truck as far as mechanically, it'd probably be best to reach out to us. If it's anything pertaining to purchasing the actual vehicle or price or anything like that, I would suggest just dealing directly with the owner on that. He's handling the sale completely. We're just helping him out with the technical questions on the truck that you all might have. So we got a bunch of good shots of the truck. Like I said, any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us. But if it's price-wise, you're interested in it, we can handle shipping anywhere in the continental United States. Canada's no problem. South America, we have dedicated shippers from UAE, Kuwait, United Kingdom. So if you're watching this, whether you're in this country or another country, we can facilitate transport pretty much wherever you're at. So I think this kind of wraps it up. We'll put all the contact information you need in the description. And got any questions, hit us up, and hopefully some lucky person is going to get to drive this thing, and I can assure you, you'll be happy with it. So this is Brenton. I'll see you on the next video.